Alright guys, it's time to take a look at COTI on the channel once again. Now the last time we looked at COTI was actually back on March the 3rd. So let's take a look, see where that was. That was actually back here. And you can see it did have a big pump basically the day before. And since then it has fallen back, and we actually are maybe slightly lower than we were back then about 3 weeks ago. So let's take a look. Now, what has happened today is actually COTI V2 Mainnet is now live. So that is why we're getting a little pump today. And yeah, we can see that we are facing this resistance right here at about, what is it, 9 cents basically, let's just say. And so we have gotten a rejection right here on the daily time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, let's see what this looks like. So, yeah, we did try to punch through this about 3 times. This candle actually didn't make it up to that line. But again, these lines aren't 100% perfect, as I always say, guys. So, basically, we tried to punch through this for about a day and, have since gotten a rejection. So, let's see if we can at least, hold this trend line. Let's draw another trend line here. And yeah, let's just put this, I'll put this mainly, I think, right there. I think this is a good place. Now, we do have a couple of deviations, but for the most part, it has followed this trend line. So let's see if we can at least hold this. If it comes back, I think that would be a good sign if we can at least hold it. Now, this other trend line here, this yellow line extending down here, you can see that if I put this on a daily time frame, this was actually holding us down for quite some time. I mean, basically since beginning of January and all year, basically. So we hit this, several times in the beginning of January. We hit it at the middle of January. We hit this in beginning of March. And yeah, we finally punched through basically on the 23rd of March. So yeah, we did attempt to break out on the 22nd. We couldn't. 23rd we broke out, and yeah, it looks like this trend line is no longer holding us down. We have sealed several daily candles above. Now we just need to start breaking this area where we've been in for at least about almost 2 months here. And yeah, let's see. Now let's look at the RSI to see how much more strength we have in this move or not. And on the daily time frame, getting a little bit oversold here. Actually overbought, sorry, overbought, guys. This is to the upside here. So it's overbought. That is not good. Now this is kind of flat. It's still in neutral territory on the RSI, so not too bad. The weekly time frame, okay, now this is oversold, and it actually is pointed heavily to the upside, so that is a good sign. RSI also pretty low, pointed to the upside. Let's take a look at the monthly here. Now, monthly is actually getting into oversold territory, but it could still, continue down for quite some time. So it may, turn around here. It may take another month or two, but for the most part, this is getting low. And although it is pointed heavily to the downside, it will curve up sometime soon, I believe. Now, for the most part, the RSI is mainly flat, but it is pointed to the upside here. So that's actually okay. So monthly looks fine. Weekly, it's actually very good, I would say. The daily is just, a little bit overbought here on the Stoke RSI, so do expect this to come down probably. And as you can see, this candle is just barely green right now. Now, the 4-hourly time frame pointed heavily to the downside on the Stoke, and, the RSI is flirting with being overbought, basically, so we'll see. Not so good there. The 1-hour time frame, heavily oversold and starting to curve, around here. Also, the RSI is kind of in the middle and it's starting to curve up too. So short-term time frame, you may see a little bit of a bounce here on the 1 hour, 15-minute also. So yeah, very short term. I think we're going to see another attempt. Basically, if I take in this information, we're probably going to try to, get above 9 cents here. If we fail, we may go sideways here for a little bit. And yeah, I do expect in the next couple of days or so to try to break, this level if we can't. Now, taking a look at the tokenomics, guys, here of COTI, there is a 2 billion total supply. There is a max supply also of 2 billion, so that is actually good. Now, the circulating is almost everything is circulating, so they can't really dilute that much. That is fine. Now, all-time high for COTI was almost 70 cents, so you're getting about an 87.5% discount here at the moment. And yeah, that was 3 years ago, guys. I actually remember this. So yeah, I was in the game here. I had COTI, and it's a good project, guys. I do believe this one is going to do well. A lot of other influencers actually talk really highly about COTI as well. Now, taking a look at Bitcoin, guys, we do have this trend line basically that we're following. Keep in mind, this is the daily time frame. We are trying to hold $87,144 here on a daily time frame. We have fallen through that today, so let's see if we can make this kind of a little bit of a wick and get back above this line at least. But at a minimum, guys, I would like to see us hold this trend line. But I don't want to start losing levels again, so it would be good to hold this level here at 87,144. Now, Ethereum, kind of in the same boat, guys, kind of going, a little bit, stair-stepping up, we can say. It has had kind of a dump here as well. However, it is holding on to this trend line so far, and, it desperately needs to get back above this trend line here. That was actually keeping us up for many, many, many years. So, actually, well, not many, many, but okay, like 2.5 years, guys. But that's quite a long time. So you can see we did bounce several times, but we lost this several weeks ago, and right now it looks like we are trying to get back above it, and we still have some ways to go. I mean, if we were to get up there today, it's $2,237, and we're still a couple $100 below that. So let's see what happens. But Ethereum, I can say, is starting to look slightly better. It finally broke back into this Fibonacci range. As you can see here, it hit it several times before breaking through. It retested it. Now it got a bounce. So let's see what happens with Ethereum, in the coming days. Now, taking a look at the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, guys, we have fallen actually back into this little triangle here. And yeah, I mean, we're at 1.08 trillion. Today we were as high as about 1.1 trillion. But yeah, we're getting right to basically the pinnacle here, and we do have to break out pretty much by tomorrow. We kind of had a fake out here, but let's see if that was a fake out before a pump. Maybe it was a fake out and we go to the downside though. Now, taking a look at the dominance, guys, oof, it's crazy. Really, we had this trend line keeping us down. Then it broke out, looked like it was coming down. Now it wanted to go back up. Now it wants to go down. Now it wants to go back up. So, I don't know, guys. Really, I'm tired of speculating on the dominance. But we need to break basically this trend line and basically 60.46%. And then I will say we are probably going to be in a true altcoin season. Now, taking a look at the CME futures, we still have this gap, guys. So keep this in mind. There is a gap right here if I extend it. So we haven't closed that gap. Will we close this gap though? Who knows? I think it's, probably about a 60 or 70% chance that we still come back and close this gap before we continue. But let's see. Maybe I'll be wrong. Dollar index still flirting with this 104.36. So yeah, it keeps going in and out basically of this level right here. And right now it is actually holding it to the upside. So let's see. A weaker dollar, though, is better for Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. Now, liquidations, 216 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. That's pretty tame, guys. That's not too bad. Bitcoin quarterly returns, guys, 7%, minus on the quarter. Ethereum almost, still 40% basically. This quarter down, so not too good. March, we're plus 3% though with Bitcoin, so that's fine. But yeah, like I said, the quarter, not so good for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, taking a look at the fear and greed, 47. Yesterday was a 46. So yeah, not too much has, taken place with the fear and greed. The altcoin season index. Let's update this. Let's see if we are going down or up. We're at a 20, so it's now Bitcoin season once again. So yeah, and with dominance going up, yeah, of course, this will definitely go down. So if we look at the bull market peak indicators, we have hit 0 from 30, and it's still 100% hold, so don't worry about that. The best indicator, though, is the Pi Cycle Top Indicator. I can zoom in all day, guys, and it still looks like it's curving away from the green line. Now, today we did have some numbers here. We had, what do we have today? We had durable goods. So, yeah, you can see here. Now, tomorrow we do have some numbers with continuing jobless claims. We do have some GDP, but I think this is a recalculation basically from Q4 of last year. And yeah, I think that might be okay. We do have this KC Fed Manufacturing Index, so that could be a little bit important. We do have a speaker or two, so yeah, there is a little bit going on tomorrow. Now, taking a look at the interest rate decision, let's see here, guys. We still have 42 days. Keep that in mind. And yeah, actually, 87%. Well, okay, it did actually go up from 86, so it went up about 1.4%. So still more people are thinking that we're not getting a cut, to the 12% that think we're getting a cut in May. So we still have a lot of time. Like I said, guys, 42 days, and it depends on a lot of numbers. PCE is on Friday, so keep that in mind. That's a very big number. Now, crypto bubbles today, it's kind of gotten, a little bit red here. Earlier today it was more green, of course. Last hour, though, it's looking better. And still the week is green. Now the year is down, so that is not good to see. But anyways, guys, if you want to stake your COTI, go to Coinondo here. And it only shows one place, Binance here, for 5.42%. So, yeah, if you have your COTI, it basically... this is probably the best place to keep it, I would say. But you keep it in whatever platform you want. This is not financial advice. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.